Hi guys, welcome back to another Mac Hacks 02 video, and today we're going to be looking at a highly requested one, Imovie. So in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to become a master of Imovie and how to make it your greatest video making tool. Let's get into it.
Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
Alright, so let's start off simple. You open Keynote and you end up here. You will probably have no movies if you've never used Keynote before. So we're going to click on this button called Create New. Now I'm going to be releasing two videos. One will focus on making a movie and one will focus on making a trailer. Today we're going to be focusing on making a movie. So you're going to click on that and then this should come up. So I'm going to go to my movie, and as you can see I have zero media here. You can also take pictures and videos from your photos, as you see I have here. But never mind, I'm in my movie. So right now I have absolutely nothing. I need to import something. So first I'm going to make a little clip and then I'm going to import it. So let's click, you see this little button here? Well, when you hover over it, it says import video from a camera or folder on your computer. And it does exactly the same thing as this. But it's much better to use this because after a while, you will not be able to use this. So let's just click. Let's find, let's see. I'm going to go in here onto my Macintosh HD. That's the name of my hard drive. I'm going to go to users. You need to click on me, and I'm going to click on documents. So here is my Keynote tutorial. It took me 3 cuts to make that. So okay, let me just take this one out. So then you see it's right here, and that import media button is gone. So now our only choice is to use this. So if we can just have a look through this. If you have not seen this video, I highly recommend it. It's quite good. So we're just going to drag and drop it in here. And now I can click on that and press play, and as you can see, this thing is playing. Now, because of the limitations that QuickTime Player has, you cannot hear what I'm saying. However, you can see here, these little bumps here, those are sound waves, and that's my voice really. That's all the sound that's being recorded. So, let's see. The second thing you need to learn how to do is how to cut the video. Because at the start, as you can see, I end up here, and then I click onto that. I don't want this little part here, so I'm just going to right click, click split clip, and then just make sure you select the one part that you do not want and click delete. So now when I play it,
Hi guys,
it's starting at the right point. So now we're going to look at audio. So let's see, I have nothing in my iTunes right now, mainly because I reset my computer back to factory defaults a few days ago. So I'm gonna go back to my media. I'm gonna do a little trick that some people do like doing. You can use this to remove the audio from a video or edit it in any way you want. I'm gonna right click and say detach audio. I'm just doing this so that we have an audio clip like this one to mess around with. But yeah, and now you see there is no audio that's actually paired with this. So let's see what we can do. You see these little dots here, the one I'm holding on to? Yeah. Now I'm going to click and I'm going to drag, and it does this cool thing. So if you're wondering what this is, this will make the volume get lower and lower and lower and lower. You can choose where it starts to get lower, and the way you choose is by where you place this, really. So I want it to start getting a little bit quieter around halfway. Yeah, that seems good. But it does work two ways. There's one here as well. So if I wanted to get to be quiet and then get louder, I could just do it that way. Simple as that. So when we play it, it's getting louder and louder. Like, you can't hear it, as I said, because of the limitations of QuickTime Player, which can be a bit annoying sometimes. But I can, and it sounds good. So, what else can we do with audio files? Well, you see this little line here? It makes this funny little thing of your mouse. And then it says there, adjust volume. So I'm going to click, and it says 100%. Now I'm going to drag up. Make it 400%. 400% is the highest you can go, and the lowest you can go is 100%. You can just adjust it between there. I'm going to keep it at 100% for now, so I don't hurt my ears. Then what else can you do? Well, there's also something called speed editor. So if I right click, I say show speed editor, you realize that all that has changed is that there's just become a little black line here, and now we've got another button. So I'm going to click that, and I'm making it shorter, and you can see the little bunny symbol has come. That's because bunnies are fast, and I'm making this clip faster. Actually, if you get it fast enough, you can make it sound like a chipmunk. Yeah, I sound like a chipmunk. But then there's also something called tortoise. So you can make it slower than it's meant to be, and then your voice becomes deeper, and you sound a little bit weird. And then there's just normal. Yeah. So the speed editor isn't just with audio. It works for this as well. As you can see, show speed editor is there. You can do the same thing, but for videos. You can trim to playhead is pretty useful. That's like I want to delete everything over here. I just want this to be the end of the video. I can do that quite simply. Right click, trim to playhead. Voila, that's gone. I'm gonna Command Z that because I still need it. And now I'm going to focus on backgrounds. So Apple has provided us with a very large amount of backgrounds. Some of them are interactive, some of them are not. So if you see, let's take blue marble globe here. Just play that. As you can see, that's actually pretty cool. But what's even cooler is what you can actually do with it. So when you've selected this, you see that little globe icon? That only appears for, globes. Click on that, and I can literally choose the destination. So the starting point is going to be San Francisco by default. Let's just choose a random place. I don't even know where it is. This place. Yeah. Oh wow, that's actually pretty far away. So now when I play it, yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah. So you can do that. Honestly, it's completely useless, but it's a lot of fun to play around with. You can do that with flat maps as well, I believe. Every app which has an arrow on it, you can do it. Why has this appeared? That's not good. Okay, it's good now. That's good. There are also the traditionals. These are all animated. Most of them are animated, at least if you have a look. Yep, that's animated. And you really don't need to actually play it to see if it's animated. And I can show that to you. Delete that. Let's say I just want to see if this one's animated. Scroll your mouse sideways through it. So as I'm moving my mouse, you can see it's moving. I know it's moving. This one is animated as well. So is that one. So is that one. That one's not. That one's not. Right. What is, and then we can move on to transitions. So I'm just going to quickly grab one of these. You can make these longer, actually, if you just you see the little symbol my mouse has turned into? Yeah, just extending it. That works for still images, but it does not work for videos, I should probably say. So now we're going to look at transitions. So if I'm just going to play that, and then it just turns into that. That's so boring. Literally, it's I would not want that. So I can do something cool. Go to this section called transitions. So I'm going to drag one of these at random, and now let's see what it looks like. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's try a different one. So I can drag that out. Oh, and I can click on it and press delete. There are lots here. So that one you can see what they look like by, as I said before, going through them sideways with your mouse. Yeah. One of my favorites is probably where is it? Yes, here it is. Puzzle right. This is a fun one. Let's have a look. Yeah, pretty fun one. So, well, you can adjust the speed. So you see how it says 1 second when I hover on the transition? I can change that. Click on it, right click, show precision editor, or press Command/, but nobody really cares enough to memorize that. Yeah. So this is very complicated. Even I still find this a bit confusing. So basically, you're going to choose at what point the transition should start and what point it should end without it taking out of the video. So right now I can make this. If I can just drag, so I can click on that, drag it back. There we are. So now, close precision editor. Let's just watch it.
Hi guys,
Let's.
even though Keynote can be an amazing tool,
Let's see. It should
so in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to effectively use Keynote. Let's get into it.
So as you can see there, well, this has become much shorter. The audio clip used to be just as long as the video. Now they're not. So if we Command Z that, you can see what it used to be like. And then Command Shift Z, that's what it is like. So I'm going to keep it as this. So let's see, titles, yeah. So let's say you've got a nice background, which I already do have. Then you need, what if you want to write something on it? Let's see. So let's pick one of these, shall we? Let's go for that, sure, yeah. Now, you see how this is sort of like a topper? It doesn't have to be like that. It can also be like this, a clip of its own. So, okay, let's just type something in here. Let's type something in here. I am now taking more chances to promote my channel during my videos. Alright, so let's watch that now. Skip forward to the end. And then we've got the little title coming in here. But that's not, as I said, that's not the only way you can do it. If I make it this little topper, okay, let's actually make that a little bit longer. Why isn't that working? There we go. As you can see, it actually appears in the corner of your actual. So you can choose whether you want your own background or not. I always prefer to have my own background, but honestly, if you just want a plain black background, you can go with that too. Yeah, so you choose between the two. There are some, of course, where it's better to not have your own background, like this far, far away one. This is completely ripped off from Star Wars. Let's just write subscribe. Copy that. If you get a few, yeah. Right, I think that's enough. So let's get this out. It actually looks pretty cool, but it's a complete rip-off. Actually, you could probably combine this with stars, and it would look pretty cool. Yeah. Extend this. So as you can see now, there are stars in the background. Pretty tiny, but they're still there. Yeah. That looks pretty cool. So always remember that if you click on this and then you go up here, you can edit it a lot. So one of the traditional Apple aspects to iMovie, which I actually detest, is Ken Burns. Yeah, this thing. It looks like it's a cropping symbol basically. Yeah, you can't always select it. So if you click on the image or video, and then you click on that, then you can edit it a bit. So let's actually choose this, shall we? No, actually we need a better photo. Let's go to my media. I will go to photos. Let's just get this random photo that I'm not even sure why I have on my computer. Yes, I am a FC Barcelona fan and a Liverpool fan and a Juventus fan. Yeah. So just gonna keep going. Yeah. See how the photo is kind of zooming in? That's because Ken Burns is on. So if you see here, that little Ken Burns logo, well, it says cropping, but it's actually Ken Burns. It's on. So this is kind of complicated, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. So when I first start watching this little part, I want it to look like this, and then I want it to slowly transition, so by the time I finished watching it, the frame size should be this. So as you can see, the start here, so I can drag the start around. I want to make the start full actually, so the start section is filling up the whole screen. I'm going to click on end. I want the end section to get kind of small actually. I want it to go just on his face. Alright, let's see what that looks like. Alright, so that's finished. And that's going right up in his face. Yeah, let's change that, shall we? So we can go back to the start. Click on that. And usually I don't like Ken Burns, but you can't exactly turn it off. So you just gotta make them both fit. Or you can just say fit. right? And then nothing changes and Ken Burns just isn't a thing. Or you can say crop to fill, but that usually takes the corners out of your videos, a problem which I had with my first two videos. I didn't realize that by default some recordings go straight to crop to fill. So if you can see here, if I go here, it is on right now on fit, but usually it's on crop to fill.
Behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.